All right, guys, happy Monday, May 6th. Hopefully you guys all recovered. You have some water, you have hydration if you're out there enjoying the festivities over the weekend. Nonetheless, I'm excited about today. I'm excited about May. I'm excited about Mother's Day and everything that this week is going to bring. So obviously we'll talk about that in just a minute here, but I'm gonna have somebody bring us out on the field. And if you're new to the team or new to the call, we always have someone bring us out on the field. And when I say that, just so you guys know the context of that, that's like you're in the tunnel and you're getting ready to head out on the field. And I don't care what sport it is, but somebody is in that tunnel and they're saying, this is the thought, this is the action, this is what we're gonna do to dominate today. And so everyone does it in their own iteration. So Samantha Benz, I'm gonna actually go to you really quick. She's like, oh gosh darn it. So Samantha, I'm gonna go to you. And I wanna edify you for a moment. When you were sharing in our mastermind last week about your background, that you were a teacher. You were a teacher in some really, really tough places of the world. And so mad kudos to you. I appreciate you opening up, sharing with the room. It was really, really powerful. So my hope is that you took something from that session, you take something from this session. But yeah, I'm gonna have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful Monday morning. And I just wanna let you know that you inspired me last week. So let's go, Samantha.
Thank you for that, Elias. I kind of knew you were going to call on me today. I don't know why I had a feeling, but good morning, everybody. I read a quote this morning that said, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it spoke to me because when I don't feel like doing something, I want to do it half-ass. And it's just a message to not do that, because when you show up half-ass in one area, it affects everything else. So let's think about that today as we head into this meeting and the rest of our week.
Wow, you guys, how many people have heard that before? I think I've probably said it once or twice. How you show up here is how you show up everywhere. So Samantha, I believe that 100% wholeheartedly. So really, really good stuff. So let's do this, you guys. We're gonna go full tilt. We have an exciting week ahead because there's so many things that we can do to create more visibility because it's Mother's Day week. Now, by show of hands, if your mom is still here or if you have a significant other and you're celebrating your significant other, by an emoji on the screen, actually it would be better if you give me an emoji. How many of you already have plans for this weekend? Whether it's for your significant other, the mother of your children, your grandma, your mom, how many of you already have plans? All right, cool. I love it. Look at you guys, you overachievers. I made my plans last night. I had some thoughts, but then I just threw the thoughts out the window. All right, cool. So I wanted to get a quick idea. So here's what I want to do is I want to challenge you guys. I want to start out today with the challenge, and I want you to think about the things that are going to move your needle. First things first, let's do a quick survey on a scale from 1 to 10. If you had to rank your visibility last week on social media, we're not going to have a whole conversation about social media, but it's important that we do. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rank your visibility last week? The only way that you're going to be able to determine that is how many stories did you post and how many reels did you post last week. So if you had to rank your visibility last week on a scale from 1 to 10, where would you rank yourself? I'd put myself right at around 8, 8.5. Had a pretty good week for visibility last week. I created tons of stories, quite a few videos, did pretty well last week. So I'd still give myself about an 8, 8.5. So here's what I want you guys to think about. This week, it is Mother's Day, and so how can we help our consumers, not only just help our families and help our moms and help our grandmas and help our wives, how can we help our consumers get really prepared for the weekend ahead? What I would suggest that every single person on this call does, and now some of you will do it and some of you won't, this is an opportunity for you to say, here's the hottest places to go for brunch this Saturday or Sunday. Here are the top places to go to take mom, with flowers. And here's the best places to go to get flowers. It's the Oakland Flower Market, whatever it is, right? Or you guys go in and find the restaurants that have availability for breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner on Sunday. And you know what you do? You go and make those reservations. Go and make those reservations at tons of different great places in the Bay Area, in Sacramento, in Central Valley, and then tell your consumers, hey, if you need reservations, I created a list and made reservations. Feel free to hit me up. I want to share that with all my people so you guys don't have to worry about that. I'll do some of that hard work for you. So first and foremost, What can you create this week that allows your consumers to know, man, Dominic, you hooked us up, bro. I was so worried. I didn't even have a reservation. Dominic, you hooked us up, and now we're going to use your reservation for our family on Sunday. So first things first, top brunch places, top lunch places, top places to go. Top ideas for moms. Like if you have an idea or a gift or something special that you're doing for mom this weekend, like share that. Where did you go? Was it things to remember? Was it a store in the mall? Was it something you had embroidered? Was it something that you had handcrafted, handmade? Was it a sweater with mama on it from since 1979? Whatever it was, like drop all that information on social media because that shit is real, right? We all have a fucking mom. We all have a grandma. A lot of us have wives, and so that stuff connects. So I would, if you're on the team, create a high note. And a high note, for the people that don't have high note, it's just a really great way to do a presentation. And what you do is think, hey, I created a list of the top places to go for brunch in the Bay Area. DM me the word mom, and I'll make sure to send that right over to you. You didn't do anything other than just organize it and put that stuff into the high note. But guess who looks like the king and the queen? You do. You look like the king and the queen because you organize it in a place that someone now can grab it as a reference guide. Listen, people love guides. They love guides. You know what else they do? They love their mothers. So if you can create a guide that they love that helps their mom have an amazing weekend, then you guys are giving yourself an advantage. So when you think about visibility, it's not always just the real estate shit. Listen, you guys, the real estate shit is boring. It's boring. You're not boring. Your moms aren't boring. Well, what's going on this weekend is not boring. So point being is that I want everyone to take the challenge to create a video, create a high note, and then put together a list of places that a consumer can say, thank you. Go and make a bunch of reservations and then share with your consumers. Kitty cat, stop. Share with your consumers where that you've done that. Also, I want to challenge you guys to spend a moment to go into the booth. And you guys, if you're in Sacramento, you have our Sacramento office. And if you're in the Bay Area, you have our Oakland headquarters. I want you to make a video to your wife if you are married, if you are not married and you have a mother of your children, or to your mom, to your grandma. I want to encourage you to make that video to them. Make that video for them. Let them know how much you care for them, what they've done for you, what that means. I promise you, stuff like that is evergreen content because that is something that someone can go to Otis's page and be like, man, I love how heartfelt this dude is. That's somebody that I would want to do business with. I love Samantha's video because it reminded me that I need to go and give some love to my mom. So I want to challenge everybody to make a video this week to their mom, the mother of their children, to their grandma, to that woman in their life that is a super mom, and create that video, get it ready. And if you have time, actually, if you created it today or tomorrow, chances are you're going to get it back by Saturday. Let the editors know if you're on the team to put a rush on this, and chances are you're going to get that back by Saturday. So highly, highly encourage that. But as we're on this conversation, does anybody have any thoughts? Is anything sparked about how to best prep for this weekend? Or is there any ideas that you guys have that you're going to be dropping this week to really get in front of all the moms or get in front of all your consumers out there? Anybody have any thoughts, ideas they want to share on this topic? Let's go, D.
No, I just wanted to say appreciate you for that idea. I didn't think of that, but it'll definitely win me some points in my house and with my mother. I'll be in the booth today creating some videos. Thank you.
You got it, my man. You got it. Like, I tell you what, like that video will do really well because, you know, like moms are so important in all of our lives, right? And our wives are so important in all the things that they do. And so love that, Demian. Let's go House of Mama-san. You had your hand up for a second, then it went down. First off, how are you feeling? You all right? You good? Doing good?
I'm back. Well, 95%, but I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
New
Good.
week.
All right.
Got my week planned. I actually, while you were talking, sparked a idea. When I was in the hospital, one of my best friends had all of my good friends do a video, like a get well card video for me, which I thought was really sweet. So now I'm thinking all the people that love my mom or my sisters and my family do a little video for my mom specifically and compile it as a video gift.
Totally. I love it. So I love the personal touch. Now let's think about this, your business. What could you do for consumers, or what's some ideas that you could do for them?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So like I said, creating a high note, right, of all the top places to go, creating a video that showcases the best places to go to get flowers, such as the Oakland Flower Mart. Like, think about this from like a consumer standpoint as well. What can we do to help the consumers, help them have a better Mother's Day?
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, going to the Oakland Flower Market, something that's local. Do a video preparing what I'm going to do for my mom, and then post that.
Yeah. You guys, I'm sure there's local vendors in your area, really cool personal gift ideas and things like that. Those things hit you guys. I just want to get the gears rolling. Otis, you had your hand up, big dog. Let's hear from you.
Think about highlighting local businesses. One thing my son's mom likes is getting her eyebrows done. You know, girls love to have their eyebrows on fleek. So maybe to do some, top 3 places, and not only call the lady herself, but, talk to her and say, I'm going to do a nice little piece. Maybe we can do collaboration post. You met my buddy Perry. He's been working mad in the studio and on IG. And I think he's kind of cracked the wave because he's been working out one account and an engagement we've been getting. So now we're going to start flooding that on TBA, my personal pages and stuff like that. So the collaborations on IG are really going to be moving the needle forward. We've been really focusing on women's basketball. Angela Reese, being in Chicago, she's done an exceptional job moving from LSU, going to Chicago, making the city her own. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional basketball player, but working this with this lady here and maybe getting some exchange for emails and phone numbers for any of the clients or any people or any of the ladies, helping the single ladies out. Because as we know, with the numbers out there, single ladies out there doing their things with homes. Might be a nice little collaboration post for us to do. So something like that, because it's outside the box a little bit, not so much on food and restaurants. So, and then small business and independent 1099s like us too. So, I mean, favor for a favor,
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. Here's a few more ideas with you guys, because I knew that good ideas would come from this. I'm going to go to Joellen in a second. So Joellen, actually, I want you to talk about this mom's raffle. Think about it. You guys can go and buy a gift today, or go and make it sure it's within reason, and then make a video and say, hey, listen, I want you guys to tag your moms, tag a mom, tag a wife in this video, tag them down below. And what I'm going to do on Friday is I'm going to announce the winner of my Mother's Day raffle. What's going to happen on your IG? Their IG is going to blow up because so many people are going to be tagging the moms that they know. And then what you do is you thank all those people, and then you thank all the people that entered the raffle. And now you're communicating with a whole entire new audience that you then, when you drop video shit for real estate, now they're seeing you, but they connected with you because of your mom stuff. Okay, it's not freaking rocket science here, but now they've connected with the human. Oh, he also sells real estate. She also sells real. I like this person. I hope I win. And if I don't, it's cool. Now they're still in your ecosystem. Let's go, Joellen. What are you doing? I want to hear from you.
Yeah, so I'm one of my networking group is a small flower designer. And I'm going to use her to build a nice bouquet. And then there's a new restaurant here called Ola Aloha. And I'm going to go and get a gift card. And then I'm going to do a live video on Nextdoor because my clients are here in my community. And then she'll repost it. So again, and then she'll post it on Instagram too, I'm sure. But yeah, basically using my small business community.
God, I love this. I love this. I would personally think that if you chose to go live this week, I would go live every single day with a mother that you know that is a strong mom, that's a mother hustler, whatever that looks like. Oh, yeah. And I would do all the way up until Saturday, I would do a live with someone. This goes for everybody. Right? Call them all. Hey, Janice, I want to go live with you today. Just talk to you about entrepreneurship, being a mom. How do you balance everything? Let's go. Right? Cool. I just want to ask you a couple questions about what that looks like. And then every single day you're talking about the moms in your world. I think that shit would do really well. I'm just throwing ideas out there. So let's continue the conversation. Brandy, you had your hand up. Let's hear your thoughts and contributions. I'm considering, so Brandy's father or grandfather has a 35-year-old tortoise that is like this big. And I'm trying to convince my family that we should take him over here, and I'll be a tortoise dad. But anyways, Brandy, what's your contribution?
Sorry, I'm trying to get away from the crying baby, and he's like, he purposely knows that like you called on me, so he's like, let's follow her. No, I was gonna say that for Mother's Day and for businesses is highlighting mom owned businesses.
Totally. Yeah. So like a mompreneur.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny that we're talking about moms as she's running from a child that desperately needs her attention. Right. I wouldn't have it any other way. Brandy, the message is clear. Anybody else have any thoughts, any more contributions on this conversation? I don't want to spend the whole time here, but figured we could talk about this and some good ideas will come from this. Brianna, you're laughing. I want to know what the laughter is. Is it about the sun chasing her? You connect? Oh, because her son is right there. I love it. I love it. So shout out to you moms. I think we have an opportunity right now to get out in front of not only our consumers, make it easier for them, book some reservations for them, make a list of the top places to go. I looked up at a place last night, and so I'll kind of give you an idea that I had, and then I put into action last night. So there's a place, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a place called Shelby's Rooftop in San Francisco. Please raise your hand or give me an emoji if you've been there. You've been there, Otis? Is it nice? All right, cool. So my wife always sends me stuff on Instagram that I don't look at enough. And if you are in a marriage, you're oftentimes sending stuff to each other, and sometimes you don't look at it enough. Well, I just went back through some of this stuff, and there were so many like rooftops. And I was like, all right, let me find a rooftop in San Francisco. So I booked us for dinner at the Shelby, and she knows all this, Shelby's Rooftop, which is on 4th Street downtown. Beautiful, beautiful spot that's been renovated, but it happens to be on top of the Canopy. Canopy is owned by Hilton. Canopy has a signature smell that my wife loves, and it's a proprietary scent that they will not sell anywhere else. You don't even know what it is, but you walk in, it's like you're walking into a spa. So I looked at rooms, I'm like, shit, let's just get away. So we're gonna go to the Shelby, we're gonna go and have a rooftop dinner, dress nice, and then we're gonna stay in the city at the Canopy, and then come home and have brunch with the family the next day. So that's what I did to get it out of the way and make sure that was done. I was thinking about, what do I buy? Or I don't know, like, let's just go have an experience. So now we have an experience booked for this weekend. So to bring this conversation full circle is I want you guys to start planning and preparing. Every single opportunity, every single holiday and event like this is an opportunity for you to have even more visibility. And for the people that ranked themselves low last week on their visibility scale for the week, here's an opportunity to just flip the script and just really go full tilt. I think that this is a very special day for so many people. Let's make it feel that way. So let's do this. I want to go through a couple wins, then I want to go through challenges. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everybody in a breakout room. We're going to spend 10 minutes in a breakout room, and I'll get to that in a moment. But let's talk about wins. Who wants to talk to me about a win that they had from this last week? I need 3 people in the queue for this before I go any further. And then if we have more, we'll go more. So I need 3 wins, and then we're going to shift the conversation. We'll go 3 challenges. So I'm going to go Otis, Joe Ellen, you'll be on deck. Will, you'll be after Joe Ellen, and then Liz Serta, and feel free to go through and get your hands up. But let's go, Joe Ellen. If you can, throw your camera back on.
Okay, something I've been manifesting since I lived here was I got a 20-acre property, $2 million listing, and we're going to be doing a country-themed video. I even have some local ranchers. They're going to let us get in when he's rattling the cattle up. So it's going to be fire.
Wow, I love this. I'm just thinking, my mind's thinking like, what is the audio that you're using?
I think we're going to use one of the new country songs. All the girls from the Bay Area are coming up, Christina and everybody. We're going to start at Rancher Hat Shop and make cowboy hats in Folsom, old Folsom, country area. And then I'm going to drive my husband's big 250, Ford F-250. And I'm going to drive all the girls up the hill into the gate. And then we're all going to get out. It's going to be good.
This ain't Texas. Like that's right. Like
or the Jay Boozy one. It's going to be really neat. And where this property is located, It's all luxury. Plus, I got my luxury. I'm EXP luxury now.
I love this. I love this. Listen, this is not something that cost a lot of money. It was just an idea. And now it was kind of like the Mob Wives video that Daniela
Yes.
did.
And Barbie.
Yeah, and the Barbie video, and both those properties sold. And what it did is it just gave them so much more visibility. And
Yeah.
that mob house sat for 60 days.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
just sold
this
it. So.
might not sell. This might not sell as fast. It may take a little bit, but it's going to give me exposure to now to be able to list these homes in that price point and in that area where I want to be. And not only that, you guys, this came off of Nextdoor for free.
I love it. I love it. I'm sure that there's a company up there that sells sells horses. I'm sure there's somebody that would probably bring a couple horses to your event.
Oh
And
yeah,
have that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure we could get some horses. Yeah.
Okay. I love this. What a great win. What a great win, Joellen. Let's go. Otis, let's hear wins for last week, big dog. Let's hear from you. Mama San, I'm going to turn the mic over to you for a second. I'm just going to have you be in charge for a second, but go, Otis.
Wins for last week was getting something in second position to move in first. Closing a deal with Sierra. I believe it was her first deal. This deal that we got from second to first is probably going to be her second if we get into contract today, hopefully. Working out some negotiations, and in the power of partnership and just being able to work some of these leads that I gave to some hungry new agents and just some other agents that have a few deals that just wanted to work because in a small period of time of just hard work and follow up, a little luck with rates and stuff, we've been able to get stuff. Me and Rakith are moving into closing on that deal. Me and Jacob got a cash offer that we were going to write today. And then we had one that we were going to go into contract Friday, but our buyers got cold feet and backed out. And then I'm writing 2 contracts today. So that's about 7 to 8 deals just off of these 3 partnerships that are really working. Sierra's an animal. She's a straight natural. Her stock is going up daily. So just want to be thankful for, not being afraid to share, give up a little bit, but it's putting me everywhere. It's putting me in these markets. So just with them, it's going to count as a just sold. Just bought or sold. Sorry. And then got a listing that I'm working with Ina, and then me and her got something in contract too that crazy buyer, but we're going through it. So I've been rigorously going through it with several people on 20 something plus deals. But just really liking the spot that I'm in, and I just can't not give the flowers to these people that are working really hard with me, and we're really getting shit done. So just thank you to everybody. And don't be greedy, because man, you can find yourself not getting the deal if you're working too much. So just look out for some of these people that are hungry and don't mind doing some work with you. So shout out to Team Fast, shout out to you and Kenny for providing this thing. And you guys are right, the Fast booth, I can't wait till that podcast booth up, because I got big plans for it. So I want to kind of be the first person to get in there. So just let me know when it's ready.
While we're here, you want to introduce your guests, and is that you said?
Oh yeah. This is really powerful. It might make me cry. It's gonna get really emotional for me. I hope he don't. But this is 20 years in the making. I'll put it in layman terms, bruh. If bruh's been on a long vacation for 20 years, okay? Let's put it that way if you follow, without putting it out there. And throughout the whole 20, he's been coaching me.
I follow.
Yeah, been coaching me, man, and it's crazy because he was on the phone with me when I was giving up, trying to give him my licenses and stuff, and he kept pushing me, and I told him, man, when you come home, I'm gonna have a stress limo come pick you up. I'm gonna put you to work. You're gonna start being my assistant. We'll work on appeals and everything and getting your license. But he never gave up. He wants to be a stand-up comedian, so we're doing some stand-up stuff tomorrow. We're gonna put him out in the fire to see him going. He's down to be my VA and anybody's. He's trying to just get to work and acclimate, stand-up guy. Split that long vacation on principle, where he could have easily been home if he would have opened up his mouth. But, he's just a hard worker. He's ready to work. He's shown you by being here. He didn't want to be on camera, but I said, that's not how we roll. We get out here. And this is a really close friend. He's not my blood brother, but we did adopt him back when we were in high school.
Right.
His name, he's a famous football player. You wouldn't find too many people out in the Bay Area that play the East-West Shrine game, if you know how big of a game that is. It was the MVP, 4 carries for 111 yards. But the long vacation took a lot from him, so he's just trying to find himself through real estate in any way he can, So he's got like quite a few characters, so some of the language might be out of bear when you see it on the page, but bear with me because we're just trying to use my following to get his
Hey, that's
community
right.
background going up. So it's just, you know, as I see fit here at real estate, this is me as a person. It's not a fake, it's not a front. I love to help people. This is my brother right here, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to get him back on his 2 feet. And just like with anybody here, man, if you're struggling to do something, that's just me. I show love. I'm nothing
I
but love
love
for a
it.
reason.
I love it. And Richard, hey man, we're no stranger to this. We have people in our environment that are at the second stage of their life, that have reshaped their life, that made some decisions at a young age. And I was one of those people. I was one of them that by the time I hit 18, I had 4 felonies, right? And then turned my life around. And I don't talk much about that, you know, because it's so long ago. But man, there's so many people in this environment that have changed their life around because they made a choice. And we're getting older, right? We're getting older. We want to have kids, we want to see them get older, we want to have families and just do normal shit and live in suburbia. That's where I'm at. I just want to do normal shit and drive a Vespa around and beat the horn and wave at Tom, the neighbor. I just want to do normal shit, right? Thanks for being present. Thanks for being on camera. Let's go, Will, then Liz. You'll be on deck, and then Brianna, and then we're going to shift gears in the conversation. And then I'm frozen. All right, Will, can you hear me, bro?
Can you hear me?
Will, you're up.
Cool.
Yes,
Let's
we
go.
can hear you well.
Okay, good morning, everybody. So one of the wins, we were on a training last week, and I was competing against, I didn't realize it was one of the top realtors in the Tahoe region that had sold my client a house or sold their parents a house about 25 years ago. And it was a couple $1 million listing or $2 million listing in the Truckee Donner area. Just got notified that I won the listing, and we are getting ready to put the property on the market in a couple of days.
That's
And
right.
it was interesting. When we were on that call last week, I was like, I don't know how good my shot was. I thought that I did pretty well, but it came down to the fact that they looked into our company. They saw that we have new age marketing, that we've got some aggressive tactics, and really it came down to which I have a small social media presence. I'm not big into the mode where a lot of you guys are of regular posting, but they got on and saw that I had a semi-regular presence, and that I seemed to be a leader in the community, et cetera, and that I understood how the NARCAR settlement was coming down, and that agent who's been doing the business for 40 years was not prepared to shift into that mode. The house should be on the market for 60 days, and they specifically said he wasn't prepared for the shift during the time on market that they were expecting, but we knew what we were talking about. And if I had been disjointed and we didn't have these regular trainings, I might not have had my head wrapped as firmly around it. So I wanted to thank you, Elias, Kenny, and everybody on the call for helping shape my new modus operandi when it comes to this stuff. So we got it.
I love it, man. Well, congratulations. If you have the address, if you want to drop it down in the chat down below, I'd love to see that. Let's go Listerta, and then Chicken Mom, you'll be on deck. Let's go Listerta. Sorry, Chicken Mom. I'm staying with it.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, Will and Otis. Oh my God, you almost made me cry. So thank you so much for what you're doing for your friend. So for me, I had a referral by a lender referral. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay, I had a lender referral, and I reached out to him. It was a buyer, because he's unfortunately getting a divorce, so he's trying to look for a new place for himself. And I initially connected with him, but then like he just ghosted me all of a sudden. And then thankfully, I tried to keep in touch even though he was ghosting me, and sent him some properties. And then finally, I got a hold of him. And obviously, and this was when I was away, of course, out of town. He finally did agree to meet with me yesterday. So I had a buyer consultation with him, and he was just really appreciative of the fact that I was taking the time to actually go all over this information with him, because he told me that he honestly had been out on his own, looking at homes, meeting all kinds of different agents, but that no one had took the time to sit down with him to go over a buyer's consultation, even though he's bought a house in the past, right? Everything has changed nowadays. And I also explained like what Will said about the NAR situation, the changes in the industry, how the market is. And he was really impressed with the fact that I also was already familiar with a lot of the properties that he was interested in, because I had recently showed them to another client. And then after the buyer's consultation, we went to look at some of those homes that he was interested in. And I actually knew a couple of those agents personally. So he was like really impressed. And so hopefully we'll get something under contract soon. And yeah, so like Will said, being involved in these coaching sessions, it makes a difference. Getting educated on what's happening, not only on the market, but in the industry as a whole. So yeah, so thank you, Elias and Kenny and the whole team for everything.
Well, hey, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for listening, and thank you for participating. And it's one thing, I always say that the knowledge is not the problem, right? You guys have so much knowledge around you. There's tons of forums. There's tons of articles that you can read. There's groups like this. There's groups outside of this group. Knowledge is never the problem. It's the articulation of the knowledge. That's always the problem, right? So it's like we all understand, I think, at a high level what's going on, but have we practiced enough actually saying this to a consumer with our homies in our environment so it sounds fluid when we actually get to the table? And here's why this is important. Since day one, we've always preached buyer's consultation, buyer's consultation, buyer's consultation. Now, we're walking into an era where a buyer's consultation is mandatory in order for you to justify the amount of commission that you're going to be asking for. And so what we want to do is we want to change the landscape of the real estate industry, because our consumer rating, and I've shared this with you guys before, our consumer rating as realtors is so low. It's below 10%. And the reason why is because they just don't realize everything that you do. They don't realize it. They think that we drive nice cars and we have fancy suits and this fucking Beverly Hills shit. They don't know how gritty it is and how much work we do behind the scenes in negotiation and reviewing documents and going back and forth and communication and organization and management of the transaction so it doesn't fall apart, so they can get their keys early, if not before the close of escrow. All these things, they don't see it. They don't see it. And now we have an opportunity to slow it down and truly, truly be the ones that are educating, leading, advocating for our consumers. And in the coming years, as buyers agents, you guys are going to have a totally different look. People are going to be looking at you and be like, wow, Samantha, I didn't realize how extensive your job actually is. Yeah, it makes sense why you guys get paid what you get paid, right? It makes sense because it's just not been as visible. As a listing agent, it's been visible. Here's all my stuff. Here's my marketing. Here's my reviews. Buyers agents, we're just like, oh, you want to see the house? Oh, cool. You want me to write the offer? Okay, cool. Oh, we close in 30 days. I got a $30,000 check. That's all they fucking see. Now we really get to prove our worth. That's why I have been, since the day one, since this settlement came out, I've been excited. And let the weak people see themselves out of this game. The weak people are the ones that are unprepared and are amateurs about how they go about this business. The pros are going to say, step aside. I'm here to help these consumers and make sure that they know who they're working with and how professional this industry actually is. Brianna, Chicken Mom, let's go to you. And Chicken Mom, if you're not using that hashtag Chicken Mom, you're missing an opportunity here, because they're not going to be like this for long.
I am going to use Chicken Mom more for sure, but my win would be where Chicken Mom came from, was being able to talk in front of everyone at the mastermind on Friday. And that's huge for me, because that's not my strong point. It's was one of my goals. So being able to do that in front of everybody, even if I had to be pushed, was huge for me.
And if you were there in that room, something really, really special happened. So we did a settlement, or excuse me, we did a mastermind last week, not just on the settlement, but we obviously went a lot further. Well, I had them go into small little focus groups and then come back. And then every group had a representative. For that particular group, Chicken Mom was the representative. So she had to stand up and share what was learned in her small group. And I was, hopefully this can convey, because here's how she was standing. She was standing there like this, like, I was like, you need to like uncross your legs, uncross your hands, and like speak from here, let's go. And then she captivated the audience, and it was so good. And you could see her, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then she had this breakthrough, which was so incredible to watch, Brianna. So I'm glad that's on your list for a fucking win from last week, because that's a major win.
I've been high off of it since then. I'm still high on it. Like because I mean, not everybody knows me, but was my goal of the year. And I have a big event coming up at the end of the year where I actually have to talk in front of my whole family, friends, and everybody for a speech. And it was just huge. And thank you, Elias, for pushing me and everyone for supporting me.
All right.
through.
I love this. There's 2 books that I want you to buy from now until then. 2 books. First book is The Exceptional Presenter. Buy that book. Timothy Kogel is the author. Second book, The Compelling Communicator. I have no idea who the author is. It's upstairs on my desk. Compelling Communicator, Exceptional Presenter, and Thank Me Later. Congrats on stepping out of your comfort zone.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's go. So last week, you guys, we have to give a shout out to Nicole Penland. Obviously, she is battling cancer, has been battling cancer. Cynthia Jackson last week said that she got a clean bill of health, that she beat cancer. And so you guys, we're all on this journey together. She's here. Her fucking camera's on. Like, she's present. So let's just give 2 middle fingers in the air to say fuck cancer once again, because this, like, that's the message, right? Like, fuck cancer. The video I made last week of Cynthia is probably one of my best performing videos last week. It was just because it was so real and so many people can connect with that. So, you know, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Nicole, for being vulnerable, for being here. You had your hand up. Did you want to say something? Did you have your hand up, Nicole? Did you want to share something?
I wanted to know what kind of cancer it is that Cynthia had.
Uterine.
Mm-hmm.
No, so
I was talking on my phone. I'm here having chemo now, so the nurse thought I was talking.
Oh my gosh, yes, girl. You know, there's a connection there. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about all of that. Yeah.
Like, pause for a moment. You guys, like, she's getting around a chemo and like, she's here. Like, I don't know. Like, every time Nicole says something, like, and she's in the doctor's office or hospital, wherever she is, like, it makes me really, really sit back and just be grateful for everything that we have in this life. And so you got this. You have a support system too, Nicole. Obviously, you have us, but I would talk to the Brandys of the team. I would talk to the Cynthias of the team, and you know, have this group of people that come together to support one another. So you guys, really, really great stuff. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put you guys into focus groups for about, let's say, 10 minutes. We'll come back at 9:23. So here's what we're going to do. First off, if you guys are on the team, get to the home tracker. The home tracker is the ability to put in your events, or excuse me, your activities from the week, so you know exactly what you're actually doing. And the top people that are in home tracker are the people that actually get invited to Hustler's Lunch. For example, Hugo's come in, Sierra's come in, Damien's been to some in the past, Kuhn's coming to the next one. So Joellen, she's going to be at Hustler's Lunch this week. So use the home tracker. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into these focus groups and I want you to ask 3 questions. Feel free to write this down. Every team or every group's going to have a representative. What would you have done differently? If you were to look back at last week and be like, damn, if I would have gone back to last week, I probably would have done a lot of things differently. What would you have done differently last week? How will you choose to show up this week? Like, if you're making a declaration for this week, how are you going to choose to show up, right? And then what will move your needle? What I mean by that, what is the goal? Like, how many people, how many doors, how many videos are you dropping this Mother's Day thing? Like, what moves your needle? And so I want you guys to get in your focus groups. I want you to do some writing. I want you guys to come back together with me at 9:24, and then we're going to unpack that for the last 6 minutes of our session. You guys cool?
Hey, Elias,
Any
what was that
questions?
second question?
Second question is how will you choose to show up this week? All right, so I'm gonna assign these groups. Let me see how many people I have here. Let's go 6 groups. I'm gonna create. All right, cool. I'm gonna open up all the rooms, going once, twice, and we're moving right now. Well, welcome back.
I jumped the gun. Oops. I meant to press hi. Well, But
You got a tan, huh?
I sure did a little bit.
You can see it on your sunglass tan. I got this starting out already this summer. This will be deep by the end of the summer.
Yeah, you got well sunblock, Elias. You wear sunblock every day?
No,
You have to, even men.
I know.
Take care of your skin, man.
I know.
I get sunburned.
It
I'm
was
like
good to
feeling
see
like
you.
a snake right now.
It was good to see you and Denise. I think I only see Denise at our events, like here and there. It was good to see you guys.
Oh, that's my work wife. I love her. I pulled her out. I was like, "Come on, girl." I know it was more of a buyer's thing, but still, she just wanted to show face. She wanted to see you. So
Is she a lender?
she's a lender and a stager.
Yeah, okay. Anastasia. Okay, yeah. I thought,
Elias, I'm not letting you down. We need to do this triathlon. You need to represent the SAC office.
all right. So do I get what kind of bike do I bring?
I'm not sure, but I'll find out. But it'll be we can even build a bigger team.
All right. So listen, since I'm on the spot, first off, what's the date?
July 20th.
All right, I'm going to commit to doing the 6 mile.
Okay.
On the bike. All right, I said it, and this is recorded. Hold me to it. Because, let me know what I need to do.
You're in town July 20th.
Yep.
Okay, you're doing the bike.
All right, cool. Let's go to breakout rooms really quick. I want a high level conversation on this. Let's go to Janice. Janice, I love the swing. This is really cool. So Janice, let's hear from you. What's one thing that you took from your group? What's one thing that you're committed to?
One thing I heard from my group and one thing I'm committed to?
Yep.
Okay. One thing I heard from my group. One thing that's really hard to, okay. I don't know. So
well, then do a summary for me. Whatever's easier for you.
Okay. So everybody is doing great things. They're really getting out there. Some people want to get more into door knocking. Some people they're working on their triathlon skills. Go Joellen. Somebody else got their notary license. Everybody's just doing different things to, get out there, try different things, bring more value, because we obviously get paid for our value, not for our time. And
Right.
me.
Yeah, I'll make this easier. What's one thing that you're committed to this week that will move the needle in your business? One thing.
One thing. I didn't put out any new things because I feel like everything I did last week are the things I want to bring into this week. Like I was posting on social media a lot. I went door knocking. So I just want to keep that consistency with those things because they make me uncomfortable. So if I can get comfortable with those, then I'll start moving into something else that.
All right. Commit to doing every single task on your 30-day checklist.
Oh, that too.
That too. All right, let's throw that out. Let's make that a non-negotiable for your week. And it was really good having you in the space last week. Really great to meet you in person. I had no idea that you were that tall. Really good to have you on this team. So let's go to another group. Let's go to, let's see who else. Let me go to my second screen here really quick. Let's go, Dominic, let's hear from you, big dog. Let me hear one thing that you're committed to in your business that week that will move the needle in your business.
One thing I'm committed to is knocking out the 30-day checklist, doing every task on there, getting out there actively door knocking, getting my face in front of new potential clients, and just learning the systems and learning the game, man.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. Good stuff, my man. And then was there one thing that you heard from your group that said, you know what, I'm inspired to put that in my flow as well? Was there one thing that you heard from your group?
Yeah. There's one lady was talking about she was going out there door knocking with all her kids and basically not making no excuses and just doing it.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it because if she can do it with the kids, there's nothing holding any of us back, right? Any of us back. So good stuff, Dominic. Let's go over to House of Mama Stone. I'm going to have you wrap us up. What is one thing that you're committed to? Committed to. I'm not saying loosely. Fucking committed to put in your business this week to move the needle. Let's hear from you. And then one thing you heard from your group.
Committed to sticking to my schedule this week. Last week I kind of fell off, gave myself a break, but I'm dedicated to having everything completed by the end of the day that I have scheduled.
But also, I mean, she was in the hospital and could have potentially died. So let's give yourself a little bit of grace while you were not able to stick to the schedule, right? But what's
Exactly.
one thing, right? What's one thing you heard from your group that say, you know what, I'm inspired by that. I can put that in my flow.
Okay, one that stuck out was focus at one thing at a time. We tend to multitask. It's really good to just really focus on one thing, one of the major things at a time, and get that shit done.
God, I love that. I love that. So you guys, it's Monday. For the people that are in the Fast Forward Movement group, you guys, we have a obviously a masterclass at 10, and then at 11 o'clock, there is a mastermind that's open up to everybody. Listen, you guys, Monday mornings are all about coaching and education for me. If I'm going to be asking you guys to push yourself, develop your skills, and take your shit to the next level, I'm going to constantly make sure that that's a non-negotiable. I stick to my schedule, and I do not deviate from my schedule. I make sure that the first 4 hours of every Monday are all about coaching and education. Coaching and education, that is it. That's on my calendar, and I stick to it no matter what. And so you guys, I'm excited. Go out there, move the needle. Remember, it's Mother's Day. You guys have a chance to start now to create all this momentum, all this excitement, all this love for the moms that are in our world and for the consumers that are moms. You guys have a chance. And guess what? That's something that's fun to talk about. It's something that's fun to talk about. So capitalize on this weekend. Plan something special for the people that are in your life, your moms, your grandmothers, your wives, your significants. Let's go out there and make this a week that counts. Move the needle in your business. Be proud of this week. Be proud of this week. And as always, you guys, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and go out there and get after it. Peace.